Hello everyone, this is Shobhit Jaiswal from Global Medical Foundation Delhi, and welcome to this video on Ternopil National Medical University, which is one of the best medical universities in Ukraine for an Indian student. For those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who have not seen any of my videos before, to the right of your screen is my photo at the campus of Ternopil National Medical University. And before we start, I would like to take this opportunity to inform you all that Global Medical Foundation is the official and authorized representative of Ternopil National Medical University, and our name is mentioned on the official website of the university as well. So as someone who has visited the university, as someone who has sent a lot of students to Ternopil National Medical University, and as someone who is the official representative of this university, whatever information that you will get through us in this video will be 100% accurate and correct. So we are going to cover various topics about Ternopil National Medical University in this video, and some of the important topics are introduction to Ternopil National Medical University, the eligibility criteria required for an Indian student for taking admission at this university, the fee structure and the overall budget required to study at this university, and at last the admission process. So let's start with the introduction to Ternopil National Medical University. Ternopil National Medical University, it's a government university and it is a national level university. So in 2019, the university got the national level status, before which it was Ternopil State Medical University. So the university is located in a city by the same name, Ternopil, which is in western Ukraine. We will talk more about how to travel from India to Ternopil National Medical University in the next slide. For now, let's continue to talk about the university. So Ternopil National Medical University was established more than 60 years ago in 1957. It is recognized by Medical Council of India and World Health Organization, which means that you can appear for examinations such as National Exit Test of India and exams such as USMLE of USA and PLAB of UK as well. You can also appear for examinations of many other countries, as the degree which is awarded by Ternopil National Medical University is recognized worldwide. The course duration is 5.8 years and the entire course will be taught to you in the English language only. There is no bilingual pattern in any of the universities in Ukraine. However, you will be taught the local language as well from the first year itself to enable you to interact with the patients during hospital visits and also to help you out in day-to-day interaction with the locals. So there are more than 900 Indian students who are currently studying at Ternopil National Medical University, which shows that this is a popular university among Indian students. Already many batches of Indian students have passed out from Ternopil National Medical University, and if you check the FMGE passing percentage of 2012 to 2014, you will find the name of Ternopil National Medical University in that list as well. So this means that Indian students have been going to this university since the 2000s. And this is not a new destination, this is an old destination for Indian students for studying MBBS. Another reason why Ternopil National Medical University is a good option for Indian student is that its overall budget is low, and when you compare it with the fee structure of other national universities in Ukraine, you will find that it is at least 2 to 5 lakh cheaper than the overall budget of many other national level universities in Ukraine. The university provides hostel facility to its incoming students and there is security at every hostel. So Ukraine is a very safe country for Indian students, and that is the reason why there are more than 18,000 Indian students studying in Ukraine as on 1st January 2020, and this is the data which is provided to us by the Ministry of Education of Ukraine itself. So more than 18,000 Indian students are studying in Ukraine as on 1st January 2020. Many students again will be going this year. Many students have already passed out in June, July 2020. And overall the country is very safe for Indian students. It's not a new destination, it's an old destination. Indian students have been going to study in Ukraine for a lot many years now, and they are going in a very good number year after year, and one of the major reasons for that is that the locals are friendly, and you will find many Indian students already studying at every university in Ukraine. So safety again is not a problem, not for girls and not for boys. You will also find Indian mess facility at Ternopil National Medical University, so Indian food again is not a problem. Indian mess has been running at this university for many years now. You will get authentic Indian food made by Indian cooks at Ternopil National Medical University. So a standout feature of this university is that it has an Indian Student Society, and it is one of the only 2 universities in Ukraine which has Indian Student Society, and the purpose of the society is to look after the welfare of the students, and in case the students face any problem, the Indian Student Society will be the ones who will be helping out the students in Ukraine. Now we'll see how you can travel from India to Ternopil National Medical University. So when you travel for the first time from India, you will be taking a flight from Delhi and then you will be landing at Kyiv. So there would be a direct flight from Delhi to Kyiv that would be around 7 hours. You will be traveling in a group with other students who are going to Ternopil National Medical University only. So once you land at Kyiv, you will complete your immigration process and then you will be provided with pickup and transportation facility from Kyiv till Ternopil. That will be from the airport to the university's hostel. So the traveling time might be around 6 to 10 hours, and once you reach the university, your admission formalities, your fees submission and all the other formalities will be taken care of. So once you get familiarized with Ukraine, once you have spent some time in Ukraine, you will be aware about the transportation system. So after that, whenever the student travels between Kyiv and Ternopil, they do that usually via train or via bus. It takes around 8 to 10 hours to travel between Ternopil and Kyiv via train, and through bus also it will take somewhere around 6 to 10 hours. So it is easy to travel between Ternopil and Kyiv, and also there is an airport in Ternopil, but traveling via flight is always a bit more expensive than traveling via road. So transportation is not a problem. You can easily travel between Kyiv and Ternopil as these two cities are very well connected, and then you can travel between India and Kyiv, that will be between Delhi and Kyiv via flight, as the transportation is easy and there are direct and daily flights between Delhi and Kyiv. Now we'll talk about the eligibility criteria which is required by an Indian student for taking admission at Ternopil National Medical University. So the criteria is low. The first is marks required in class 12. So you require 50% aggregate marks in physics, chemistry and biology in your class 12 board examinations. Your board should be a recognized one, and English should be an compulsory subject. You should be passed in all the subjects in your class 12 board examinations. Second is age. So on or before 31st December of the year in which you are taking admission, you should be 17 years old. If you are going to be 17 years old in the next year, then you cannot take admission in the current year. The last is NEET. So NEET must be qualified. The new rule that has come out states that NEET result is valid for 3 years for MBBS abroad, which means that those who have already qualified NEET in 2018 can take admission on the basis of 2018 NEET qualified result in 2019 and in 2020 as well. So those students who have already qualified NEET in 2018 or 2019, they can take admission in 2020 session without any problem, without the need of sitting for NEET for 2020. Now we are going to talk about the recognition of the general medicine degree of Ternopil National Medical University. So like I've already mentioned, the general medicine degree which is awarded by Ternopil National Medical University is recognized by Medical Council of India. That means you can sit for the screening test once you complete your degree and come back to India, and it is also recognized by World Health Organization or WHO, which means that you can appear for exams such as USMLE or exams of various other countries. So your degree is eligible worldwide. You can also find the name of the university in the World Directory of Medical Schools. So one thing is that the degree that is awarded by all the universities in Ukraine is called MD Physician, which is equivalent to MBBS in India. This does not mean that your degree is anyhow related to a postgraduate degree. It is just an MBBS degree. It's just an undergraduate degree. So your degree is valid in India once you clear the screening test, and it will be equivalent to MBBS in India. So the next point is world ranking, and it is a very important point because a lot of students are getting misguided by checking the world rankings online. So the first thing is, should you really even check the world ranking while selecting a university for studying MBBS outside of India as an Indian student? So my answer is no. World ranking should not be the main criteria for selecting or rejecting any university. For example, let's see the university Ternopil National Medical University and search about Ternopil National Medical University ranking on Google. So the first result that will be on Google would be of 4icu.org or Unirank. Now the name of the university on their website is still Ternopil State Medical University, which was the old name of the university before 2009. When you see the world ranking, you will see that the country rank is 15 and the world rank is 3368. But in reality, this website does not rank the universities on the basis of their academics or the quality of education. Now as you can see, they have already mentioned that they do not claim by any means to rank higher education organizations or their programs by the quality of education or level of academic services provided. The Unirank University ranking is not an academic ranking and therefore should not be adopted as the main criteria for selecting a higher education organization where to enroll and study. So they have mentioned it on their own website that they do not rank the universities on academics. So what do they actually use? So in the first paragraph, you will find that answer as well. So you can read that they are using the web presence and popularity in terms of estimated traffic, trust authority, and quality link popularity. So basically, these are some SEO factors. So this basically means how popular the website of the university is. But as an Indian student, what you're actually searching for is whether or not this university is good in terms of academics and quality of education, which this ranking is not providing you. And what actually you are looking for is whether after studying from this university, will you be able to clear the screening test or not. So to check that, I strongly suggest that do not check the world ranking. What you should actually check is FMG passing percentage. So how you can check the foreign medical graduate examination result, or FMG passing ratio, or MCI screening test passing percentage? You can simply go on Google, you can search for Global Medical Foundation. You can go to our website. On the menu, there is an option called FMG. Once you go to FMG, you will come to a page like this, which is on the left of your screen. Here we have mentioned the FMG passing percentage from 2012 till 2019, which is the latest one as on the date of making this video. And you can find college, university, and country-wise FMG passing percentage of Indian graduates after studying from all these universities. So check this, check the FMG passing percentage, and check the current review of the students. At a lot of times you will find that the FMG passing percentage is good, but the current situation at the university is bad. So in that case, don't go to such universities. Go to universities where the passing percentage has been good and the number of students who have appeared for the screening test has also been high. So don't go to a university where the passing percentage is 50%, but only 2 students appeared and 1 student passed. Go to a university where 500 students appeared and let's say 30-40% students passed out of those 500 students. Now we're going to talk about a very important topic, that is the tuition fees and the overall budget required to study at Ternopil National Medical University. Now the tuition fees per year is different for different years. So we have just mentioned the total fees, that is $25,800, which is approximately 18.5 to 19 lakh rupees depending on the exchange rate. So that is just the tuition fees. That does not include any other expenses. Now if we look at the other expenses, these are the hostel fees, Indian food expenses, or if you're taking the mess, then mess expenses, admission, visa fees, one-time charges, traveling expenses, that will be a flight, and also the medical insurance fees. So if you include all these expenses, your budget should be somewhere between 27 to 30 to 33 lakh rupees for studying at Ternopil National Medical University. If you have that kind of budget, you can go to Ternopil National Medical University. If you require a loan also, you can take a loan for studying at Ternopil National Medical University. Now we are going to talk about the Indian Mess facility. So Indian Mess is available at Ternopil National Medical University. Indian students do not have to worry about Indian food or Indian mess facility at Ternopil National Medical University. You can take the mess, you can eat from the mess. Also, you are provided with kitchen facility, which is provided by the university at every floor, where you will be having induction facility free of cost. You don't have to pay anything extra for using the kitchen. All you need to do is go to the market, buy the ingredients, and cook food for yourself. A lot of students after second or third year, or even after the first year, start to make food for themselves, because cooking for yourself or cooking by yourself is a lot cheaper than eating at the mess. And in reality, after the second or third year, most of the students prefer to cook food by themselves. I have included a link in the description which will tell you about the year-wise syllabus at Ternopil National Medical University. So you can simply go to the description, click on the link, and you can read about the syllabus and compare it with the syllabus of any other university outside of India. Now, like I've already mentioned, that we are the official representative of Ternopil National Medical University. So you can read at the right of your screen is our authorization letter, which we get yearly. So this gets renews every year. As you can see, this is our authorization letter for 2020 till 2021. So Global Medical Foundation is the authorized representative and the official representative of Ternopil National Medical University, and our name is also mentioned on the website of Ternopil National Medical University. As you can see from the screenshot to the right of your screen, our name is mentioned in the International Student Faculty website of Ternopil National Medical University. You can go to the website of Ternopil National Medical University and you can find a name as the official representative for providing admission to Indian students. Now we're going to talk about the admission process for Ternopil National Medical University. So first, I'm going to talk about the admission process for those students who have already qualified NEET 2018 or 2019. So for those students, the first step is to get the admission letter. Now the minimum documents that you require at this time is your 12th mark sheet, your 10th mark sheet, NEET qualified result in 2018 or 2019, and Aadhaar card. So if you have these documents, you can get your admission letter issued. After that, once you have the passport also, we'll get your invitation letter issued and we'll apply for your visa. For applying for the visa, we'll require certain documents from you, so you'll be forwarding all those documents to us. We'll be giving you the list initially. You can prepare all those documents, send them to us, and we'll apply for your visa. Once we get your visa issued, we'll help you with the rest of the formalities. Once all the formalities are completed, then if you have to go to Ukraine, then we'll be helping you to fly to Ukraine, and if the classes will start online for this year, then we'll help you out with all the formalities in that case. Now for those students who have just given NEET in 2020 and are expecting to qualify NEET but are not expecting to get enough marks to get a seat in India, you can start your admission process right now. For that, you require your 12th mark sheet, 10th mark sheet, and at least your Aadhaar card right now. We'll get your provisional admission letter. Once you get your NEET result and once you get your passport, then we'll continue with the process by applying for an invitation letter. Then the process will be the same for you. We'll provide you a list of documents. So you'll prepare all those documents and forward the documents to us. We'll get a visa issued from the Embassy of Ukraine in India, in Delhi. And then as per the rules and regulations of the university, if you're called upon to go to the university, then we'll help you with the ticketing process, the completion of the formalities as per that schedule. And if you are asked to start the classes online, then we'll help you out in that particular way also. So for those who want to get in touch with us, you can call us on the number given on the screen, that is 9999404348. You'll reach directly to me. That is my calling number and also my WhatsApp number. For more information, you can also visit our website. And those who want to meet us, you can come to our office in Delhi, that is in Karol Bagh. And for those students who are from outside of Delhi, those who cannot come to meet us, no matter from where you are in India, the admission process is online. So you just need to get in touch with me. I'll explain the admission process to you, and then we can start the process online, and then we can complete the entire process. The only time that you will have to come to Delhi would be a day or two before your flight to Ukraine. So I hope you got a lot of information in this video. If you have any doubts, you can mention your questions in the comment section, or you can directly get in touch with me in case you want admission in any medical university in Ukraine.